There is something else that I want to tell you guys, and it's kind of a hard conversation for me, but Mark and I broke up, and I'm just going to come out and say it.
Kristin Cavallari is getting candid about why she called it quits with Mark Estes. In the latest episode of her podcast, Let's Be Honest with Kristin Cavallari, she reveals the split didn't happen because something went wrong.
I broke up with Mark because I just know long-term it's not right. And it's not because of love lost or something bad happened. No one cheated. No one was mean. Like, no one did anything.
Ultimately, it was the couple's 13-year age gap that led the Hills alum to break up with the Montana Boys TikToker. Cavallari is 37 and Estes is 24.
I just know long-term he needs to experience life. You know, he's young. I mean, he is. And I started to feel the age a little bit just with life experience. I look back when I was 24 and how much life has happened for me in between then. And I mean, those are crucial years. Those are formative years. This is when you find yourself. And he needs to be able to do that, you know? And you know, I know a lot of people will be like, well, no shit. And yeah, no shit. I get it. I've always been well aware that he is 24 and he does need to experience life. I've always been aware of that. It wasn't like I was like ignoring the fact that he was younger and like really just got out of college. Like I know, I'm very aware of the situation.
The pair dated for about 7 months, Cavallari going public with their relationship in February 2024. After the split, Kristin is looking back on the relationship as one of the best she's ever had.
It's almost easier if the guy, you know, does something that makes you hate him. And then it's like, guy, I want him out of my life forever. Like Mark didn't do anything. Mark has been nothing but so sweet and so supportive, and he's always been there. I mean, he's been the best boyfriend I've ever had. I really look at our relationship as such a beautiful relationship, probably the best relationship of my life, quite honestly. It was very healthy and very mature, and it was nothing but sweet and loving. And Mark is a really good guy. I mean, he really is such a good guy. And that's what makes it hard. You know, but he will make someone so happy one day.
While she explains the decision to walk away was a difficult one because their relationship was so good, she believes he'll appreciate it one day.
I know that one day he will look back and he will understand it. And I actually think one day he will thank me. And that's just, you know, the hindsight that you don't have at age 24. At age 24, it's so hard to think about the future.
She's hopeful that after some time they'll be able to be friends and says she has no regrets over the relationship. In addition to the age difference, Kristin's priorities right now don't include dating. Cavallari is mom to 12-year-old Camden, 10-year-old Jaxon, and 8-year-old Saylor, who she shares with ex and former football pro Jay Cutler. She says she wants to focus on her kids as much as possible.
I have 9 more years with kids in the house. That's actually not that much. If you think about it, it's really not. I'll be 38 here in a few months. And so, you know, I'm going to be in my mid-40s when I'm an empty nester. I have a whole life ahead of me after that. I'm like really feeling this energy of just wanting to feel really good and making myself a priority. And so I don't really know where men fall on that list. I guess they sort of don't.